everyone, welcome to week 4 of my design journey. This week we are talking about choosing shapes that suit you. So I'm designing a garment to go with a skirt, and given that I'm going to wear it, I want it to look good on me. Just a couple of ideas about how you can go about that. First is think of shapes that you know already suit you. Have a think about what's in your wardrobe. What are the ones that you love? Why do they work? Is it the length of the body garment, the length of the arms? Is it the fit or the amount of ease that the garment has? Or is it where the seams lie? But what if you wanted to try a new shape? Well, here's what I do. So the first thing I do is draw a template. Here I've taken a couple of photos wearing my skirt, and I've just used tracing paper and traced an outline. Then I've blown it up just a little bit bigger and printed out some sheets of paper that have got an outline of me there. From there I start drawing. So the first garment I was thinking about was using the swatch here, which has got the open seam detail. One of the important things when thinking about shape is how this needs to be constructed in terms of the direction of knitting. For this particular swatch, I knitted the garment from the bottom up in both directions and then joined it at the seam. So this would lend itself to being placed on the arm if it was a dolman shape. So I've drawn a couple of pictures here. The first one was with a really wide ribbing to try and hold it in at the waist and long sleeves. But I thought that looked a little bit matronly. So then I've drawn a shape with 3/4 length sleeves. It's just got a waist facing, which isn't a rib, so it's not held in at the waist, and you can see the seam detail there. I quite like that, and then I thought, well, what about if we tried it with long sleeves? And I decided I preferred the 3/4 length sleeves on me. The next garment was thinking about how I might use this swatch here that had the sections of transparency. I started off by drawing a couple of designs. This one I thought we could get some short row shaping in that meant the lines would drop and the hem would also be dropped. And then I drew them on my template to see what they looked like and decided I preferred this one, but in the process of drawing this one I did think about another swatch that I'd done and wondered whether that might be quite effective. I'm pretty confident that these two shapes will suit me. I'm not so confident about whether the other shape will actually suit me or how much ease I should add. So I've drawn a picture of my first design, and from then I'll go on and sew a mock-up garment. So how do you go about sewing up a mock-up garment? Well, what I do is I choose a fabric that will mimic the yarn that I'm knitting with. So here I've got a transparent cheap knit that's come from my local emporium. It was $5 a metre, and I'm just going to cut out the shape, the dolman shape that I think my garment will look good as, and I'm going to sew it up. Another alternative to creating your own templates is to use a software program. The one that springs to mind for me is My Body Model. For this program you enter your body measurements and the template is generated for you. It's not a free app, but you can preview your own template for free, and there are different pricing schedules. So over the next week I'll be sewing up my shape. Next week I'll be talking to you about some really good resources that I've found helpful when it comes to actually sitting down and crunching out numbers. Have a great week everybody. Bye.